These two men are both elderly. Donald Trump is an elderly man who, for whatever reason, was given 9 seconds to take a iconic photo op during an active shooter situation. Weird situation. We'll figure that out one day. But his survival of that and bouncing right back and going right to his convention is being conveyed in the media world as a sign of strength. This current president of the United States is 81 years old and has COVID. Should he be fine in a couple of days? Doesn't that convey exactly the same thing?
No. No, it doesn't.
What is this fascination with Trump's injury with the left? Welcome to another installment of the Connecticut Gun Bench. Today's video is brought to you by P.A.N. Firearms, LLC. P.A.N. Firearms, your NRA certification of multifaceted gun training. You reach us at 203-300-6343 or use our website at www.panfirearmsllc.com. As always, there'll be a link in the description box below. And if you like channel-like content, what I do here, you can support me with the link. Everything is appreciated. PSA, if your comments are disappearing from my channel, I'm not doing it. Okay, there seems to be a growing problem across the entire platform with specific comments on specific channels disappearing. If it disappears, I'm not doing it. Let's talk about this. And this is something I wanted to talk about, but there's been so much going on. But the left has gone to a great deal of trouble to undermine what happened to President Trump. You heard the opening clip, but Joy Reid was literally trying to compare Trump being shot at to Biden getting COVID and how Biden should get just as much praise for his survivability of COVID as Trump did from being shot at. Then they went down this road talking about the injury to his ear, claiming that it was shrapnel.
We still don't know for sure whether Donald Trump was hit by a bullet, whether he was hit by glass fragments, whether he was hit by shrapnel. We don't have those details. We actually have no details from his physician, even though this man is still a Secret Service protected, and presidential candidate. We know almost nothing. Why? Why don't we know that much? We know that 3 people were shot. 1 person, unfortunately, was killed at the rally. We don't know where they were sitting or standing relative to him. We don't know why, for 9 full seconds, Donald Trump was allowed to stand back up during an active shooter situation, even though they, at that point, had said the shooter was down. How would they have known if there were more shooters or not? Nobody knew that there could have been 5 shooters for all they knew. Yet they allowed him to stand up in the middle of that, crisis and pose for a photo and fist pump the air so he could get the iconic photo. And then they allowed him to stand up again outside of the SUV instead of just shoving him into the SUV. That seems really unusual.
And FBI Director Wray did not help the situation when he went before Congress and said this.
One is recognized for 5 minutes.
Director Wray, to the best of your understanding, how close did the assassin's bullet come to killing President Trump?
My understanding is that either it or some shrapnel is what grazed his ear. So I don't know that I have the actual
very
distance.
Close, though.
What's that?
Very, very close. You would agree?
Yes.
Now they are going to great lengths. I'm talking about Democrats and the left to literally undermine what happened to Trump. The man, literally by millimeters, almost lost his life. A simple head turn saved his life, and they're literally trying to undermine that. Why? As this gentleman's about to tell you right here.
Let's bring in former Secret Service agent Paul Eklof, who worked for the Secret Service for more than 2 decades. Paul, thank you for joining us. There's been a lot of interest in President Trump's injury. So just within the last 2 hours, former President Trump put a statement out on Truth Social addressing this. He said, "It was unfortunately a bullet that hit my ear and hit it hard. There was no glass. There was no shrapnel. The hospital called it a bullet wound to the ear, and that is what it was." I personally haven't understood why people are so obsessed with this. I mean, we saw the blood. You know, the bullet came within half an inch or even a quarter of an inch of his head. But there does seem to be this focus on the injury, Paul.
I believe the focus on the injury is driven from politics, not from forensics. The idea that a bullet traveling at that speed would strike the teleprompter, driving a piece of glass in the same trajectory to hit his ear, is absurd and doesn't pass any test. You would have deflection, you would have the glass go somewhere else. You would also have broken glass. To my knowledge, and from looking at the videos, the teleprompters are unhit. From the angle of the shooter achieved on the roof of that building, I don't have any facts from the ground. I don't know why the bullet theory is not acceptable.
Yeah, it's political. They knew, other than the fact that he didn't get killed, which I'm going to go down the rabbit hole and say that they're not too happy about that he managed to survive it. Because you've seen some of the comments. I've played some of the videos that some of these Democrats and leftists have come out with. And some of them are damn disgusting. And people are losing their jobs, rightfully so, over it. But reason being is because of this right here. This moment is iconic. And the Democrats are panicking. They panicked so much that they got rid of Joe Biden. That's how much they're panicking. That's why this image right here, this is driving them crazy. And here's the thing. These are the same people when we started questioning years ago, not recently, years ago, Joe Biden's mental decline. They were telling us, oh, he's as sharp as ever. Joe Scarborough sat there on TV and said, if you don't think Joe's like mentally capable, F you.
Start your tape right now, because I'm about to tell you the truth. And F you if you can't handle the truth. This version of Biden, intellectually, analytically, is the best Biden ever. Not a close second, and I've known him for years.
Okay, well, the same Joe Scarborough had to literally reverse himself after the debate.
And now is a good time. In June, thank God, in June, and not October, in June, this is the last chance for Democrats to decide whether this man we've known and loved for a very long time is up to the task of running for president of the United States.
Which is hysterical to watch the Democrats literally turn on this man after spending years telling us how cognitively able he was. But we said, hey, I think he should take a cognitive test. And what did they tell us? You don't need to do that. You don't need to see his medical records. It doesn't matter that, a neurologist has been to the White House 8 times. Oh, that's just fake news. That's AI. That's red pill, blah, blah. Now look at him.
What is the actual injury to Donald Trump's ear that's under that bandage? Shouldn't we know that by now? It's weird. And there doesn't seem to be a whole lot of curiosity about it, in the sort of media world, my profession. It's weird, right? Where are the FOIAs? Why isn't the New York Times, aggressively pursuing his medical records? It's just weird. Just a strange thing that I've noticed. And I don't know if you guys have noticed it too. But it's weird.
Now they're demanding Trump's medical records because they can't prove that a bullet hit his ear. Now, their biggest claim is, of course, that the bullet hit a teleprompter and a piece of glass cut his ear. Yet we have this image. Look at the vapor trail. A piece of glass created that vapor trail in such a straight line that a bullet's going to hit a teleprompter and a piece of glass is going to follow the same trajectory as the bullet and clip his ear. The man took 8 shots. You can see from the diagram that the shots were pretty wild. Beyond the first one, everything else was just spray. But they're going to convince you that a piece of glass from the teleprompter managed to clip his ear. Now, Trump has come out on Truth Social and has made a statement that the hospital said this was a bullet wound. So there it is. But the only reason they're so interested in this, I'm talking about the left, and this wound, because of the political landscape. Period. That's why they're trying to downplay what happened to him and his injury. And that's really shameful. Like I said, millimeters, and we would be having a completely different story. And quite honestly, things would be a lot different. But let me know what you think. As always, you can leave your comments in the comment section below. And as always, any statements of violence or statements that lead to violence will be removed. Please like, share, comment, subscribe. Don't forget to hit that notification bell so you're notified the next time a video goes live. I'm going to see you on the next one. Peace.